Hello, my loves. Welcome back to another video. I first off want to say I hope that you're doing well in the midst of this global coronavirus pandemic that we are obviously all experiencing at the same time. I'm sending you so much love, so much healing, so much positive energy to you and your loved ones wherever in the world you may be right now. But I also wanted to hop on and just talk about the opportunities that exist in this time and space and how you can begin to really position yourself to be in a place where you're able to reap some of those opportunities, where you're able to set yourself up for future success from the actions that you take right now. And I think many of us are experiencing shifts in our careers at this point because many people are not able to go into work right now. So many people have either had to start working from home, or many people aren't able to work at all because they were previously in a career where they're not able to make money working from home, right? Like if you're someone who worked in a gym or in a restaurant, you're not necessarily able to continue making money at this time. So I think now is a really great time to consider starting an online business if you don't have one already. I know a lot of people who have a physical business, a brick and mortar business, are currently trying to figure out how they can transition into an online business. And I think a lot of people right now are trying to figure out how to make money from home, right? So the people who have already had an online business in place from before this even started are really perfectly positioned to continue to make money the same way they've always continued to make money, and are also perfectly positioned to be ready to serve all of these people who are now at home, who are now perhaps more stressed out, who are now perhaps having more time on their hands to consider working on their goals and dreams and all the things that they weren't able to address because they were so busy working, right? So, if you don't have an online business as of yet, I encourage you to really start to explore what you can create for yourself during this time. For a lot of people, I think the challenge with creating an online business is not knowing what to do. Like, what do I sell? What service do I provide? So you don't have to reinvent the wheel here. There are already things that you are really good at right now that you can start to charge people for through an online format, okay? So if you just look at what it is that you already know how to do and you enjoy doing, and how can you position yourself to start to offer that online. If you're someone who enjoys fitness and you enjoy nutrition and you enjoy working out, can you start a YouTube channel perhaps where you show people how to do that, create passive income? Can you maybe sell recipes online or offer people like workout services online that they can sign up to work with you one on one through an online format? So that's just one example, but make a list of everything that you're good at, that you enjoy doing, and see how you can maybe start to tweak that to be able to offer it online. And if you're not sure what you're good at, the people in your life who know you and love you know what you're good at. So you can go to them and ask for feedback on what their thoughts are. Ask them, hey, what do you think I'm really good at? What do I seem to do very naturally and easily? Or what's something that I know how to do that maybe you don't know how to do as well, that you can share with me that I can start to share with other people and monetize it. And so don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I know a lot of people right now are a little bit hesitant or timid to promote themselves to sell a product or a service right now because they feel like it's insensitive to what other people are going through right now. I think that cannot be further from the truth. I think if you're coming from a place of love and you have a product or a service that you absolutely know can help people, can benefit people in one way or another, then the selfish thing would be to withhold that from them. When you believe in what you do and you really know that you have a viable solution to a problem that exists for other people, then there's no need to hold back from sharing that with them, because selling that service or product that's going to help someone is an act of service, and it is coming from a place of love because it's helping that person to change something about their lives, to benefit their lives in some way. So whenever we feel like, oh, I don't know if it's the right thing to talk about this or promote myself or sell myself, It really has more to do with our own insecurities than other people. And we just happen to project those personal insecurities onto other people. But, now more than ever, we are really being called to step into positions of leadership, right? The world is really hurting and aching for more leaders, more authentic leaders, more leaders who are willing to serve, more leaders who are really coming from a place of love. And if you're that person and you have felt this calling on your heart to really start to show up and shine in the world, this is the perfect opportunity to do that. I know so many people have wanted to start their own online business or their own business in general, and there's always an excuse for why they can't move forward. Well, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I'm not ready to do this. You've probably noticed by now that as long as you continue to give power to your excuses will always have power over you. There's never any better time than the present time, because the present time is really the only time that exists, right? The past doesn't exist anymore. The future hasn't happened yet. So we're always in the present moment. And the present moment is really the only time that we can actually do anything with. It's the only time that we can take action from. So again, we are being presented with another present moment right now. And this is the perfect time for you to start to take action and for you to give yourself permission to start to live out your calling. Because so often we know what it is that we want to do, but we refuse to give ourselves permission to do it. Your permission slip is the only permission slip that is needed. So if you need to, write yourself out a physical permission slip right now, giving yourself permission to begin to follow your dreams. If you were really unhappy in your job and the coronavirus has disrupted that for you, and maybe now you're getting a break, hey, maybe this is a blessing in disguise for you to be able to have the time to explore what else you want to do, for you to have the time to explore starting a business. And I think that opportunity always exists for the people who are looking for it. So start to be the person who starts looking for opportunities. Train yourself to see where the opportunities are, because it's always easy to focus on what's wrong or what's missing or what could go wrong. It's a lot more challenging to focus on what's right, where the opportunities are, where the abundance is. And this is a good of a time as any to practice looking for where the opportunities and the abundance exist in your own life right now, because they are there. There are people who need what you have to offer, but unless you start putting yourself out there, unless you start taking a chance, start taking more risks, those people are never going to know you exist, right? So use this time to set yourself up for future success. There are going to be two groups of people that are functioning during this time. They're going to be the people who are looking for the opportunities and creating more abundance in their lives. And they're going to be the people who kind of use this as an opportunity to procrastinate and continue to slack off. So you get to decide which of those two groups that you want to be a part of, right? Assuming that you're doing relatively okay. I know there are a lot of people right now where survival is kind of like the main thing. I mean, actual physical survival. So maybe your needs are a little bit different. But for a lot of us, we're kind of doing okay right now. And this is really the opportunity to take advantage of that. And if you're somebody maybe who's not doing okay, like maybe you are in a place where you're like, well, how am I going to pay my bills right now? Then again, I still can't think of a better opportunity for you to explore starting an online business. So this is the work that I do with my clients in my coaching, my one-on-one coaching work. So I just want to hop on and share that my services are available to you during this time. If you're interested in finding out what exactly your purpose is on this earth, you want to start living in your purpose, you want to feel really good about the work that you're doing every day, you want to create money for being who you are and sharing your gifts with the world, that's something that I can help you with in my coaching. If you're someone who already has a somewhat established business, but for one reason or another, it's not generating the kind of income that you'd like to make, you'd like to work on transitioning from a full-time job to a full-time entrepreneur, or maybe you're having a hard time showing up in your business, as in you know what you need to do, but you just can't bring yourself to take consistent action. All of the above, These are things that I can help you with in one-on-one soul purpose coaching. So you can head to the link in the description box if you would like to talk to me about working with me as your coach. I have an application there that for you to fill out. That's how I determine if we're a good fit to work together or not, and how we can really start to position you to benefit during this time in the optimal way for yourself, for your community, for your family and friends, and all the people that you love who are going to be able to thrive because you are thriving. So if that resonates, don't hesitate to fill out the application, and I'll be in touch with you as soon as possible. But again, I'm sending you so much love, so much positive healing energy. I'm sending it to you right now. If you can close your eyes for a few seconds and just take a couple of deep breaths right now. If you're somebody who's feeling a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear about the current state of affairs in the world, I just want you to breathe, connect with your internal guidance, your source of support. Know that you are being supported at all times. Know that everything is working out in your highest favor at all times. Even if we can't always see the bigger picture of what's going on, even if we don't fully understand why certain challenges are happening, know that it's all happening to serve you, to help you become your highest self, to help you become the person that you were meant to become in this life, to help you fulfill your soul's mission, okay? So it can be really easy to forget all of that when we're stressed out, but when you close your eyes and you breathe and you connect to the truth of who you are, you remember the bigger picture that's happening right now. So I'm here to help, I'm here to serve. If you have any further recommendations for video topics that you would like me to cover at this time, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment below. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Make sure to check out the Soul Purpose podcast. It's my podcast that I have available on iTunes as well as Spotify. Links to my podcast episode are available in the description box as well. And my latest episode that I released this past week was all about the importance of resourcefulness. Resourcefulness is the ability to create and gather resources for you to be able to do the things that you need to do. So for example, if you need to create money to be able to get your business off the ground, to be able to work with a coach, to be able to travel somewhere and do certain things, you're going to want to check out this episode, which is all about how to do that. It's called Resourcefulness, Your Ticket to an Extraordinary Life. Highly, highly important for anybody who's an entrepreneur, anybody who's very business-minded, growth-oriented. You're going to have to know how to be resourceful. And I think probably now more than ever, the people who are really good at being resourceful are the people who are really going to thrive. So check out that episode. If you enjoy the podcast, be sure to leave me a 5-star review, as in actually like type one out, because every review that I get, every 5-star review that I get helps the podcast to become more visible. And if you also love the content, be sure to share my YouTube channel with a friend. Be sure to share my podcast with a friend so we can keep the good energy and information circulating, right? Because we all rise together. Thank you so much for watching, my loves. I'll be back really soon with another video. Please let me know below how you're doing right now during this coronavirus pandemic and how I can best serve you. Until next time, take care. I love you. Bye.